Hello everyone. Previously we were successful in solving of the designing. Designing in memory cache, right? So today we'll be designing the snake and ladder game, right? With a certain specifications or the conditions. So here, let's see what is the question. Basically, they have given design snake and ladder game with this specification. First thing that we need to understand here is a board of n into n squares. We have to design a snake and ladder game with first main thing is a board of n into n squares, right? The second thing is players taking turns to roll a dice and move. So this one, players taking turns to roll a dice and move, the second thing. And the third one, which we have to keep in mind, is snakes and ladders dynamically placed on the they are dynamically placed on the board. So first thing, a board of n into n squares. Second thing is players taking turns to roll a dice and move, which is very important. And the third one is snakes and ladders that are they are basically dynamically placed on the board. So let's try to understand what are all the things that are required, and then let's try to implement the same thing in the form of code, right? So first we have to remember one thing, that snakes take the players to the lower position. So we know that, right? So I'm again so I'll just be explaining some of the important things, and let's try to implement the same thing in the form of code, right? First thing we have to keep in our head is snakes take the player to the lower position, that we know. And what does ladders do? Basically, ladders move the player to the higher position. So again, I'm telling, we know here snakes take the players to a lower position. Ladders make the player to the higher position. The final one, a player wins by reaching the last cell. So again, I'm telling, these three things are very important. Snakes take the players to a lower position. Ladders move the player to a higher position. The third one and the final one, this one, a player wins by reaching the last cell. These three things we have to keep in mind. Let's try to implement the same thing in the form of code, right? So first one, as we are designing the snake and ladder game, I'll just come here, take the class name snake and ladder here. So this is fine. So let me define the constructor within this class. So I'll just consider some of the parameters here. So I'll just go with size, snakes and ladders. These are the three parameters I'll be considering, right? So within this one, initially I'll just initialize board to new array of size we have considered as the parameter, size into size plus 1, right? Also, let's fill everything initially with 0. So I hope this is clear. Next, what we will do, before this one actually, before initializing the board, let's initialize the size to size. So I'll just give you a size to size here. This is fine. Then the third one, let's make use of the for each here. Snakes or for each. So here I'll just consider this one within the array. I'll just consider start and end here. What I'll do, let me consider this dot board here. Within this one, start, let me give here, and let me initialize this one to end. This is fine. Next, what I'll do, I'll just consider ladders here. Let me make use of for each, similar to the previous line, right? I'll just be making use of for each here. Again, I'll just go with the start and end. Same thing. I would have copied this one. This is fine. So let me go with same thing. I'll just give here this dot board start within the array. This one, and just set this one to the end. Except ladders, everything is same. So here next, let's set the players and the positions to empty array as well as the empty object. Nothing but let's set the players here to the empty array, and let's set the let's assign the positions to empty object here. So let's see how can we make use of this one further. So I'll just come out of this constructor. Basically we'll be making use of two methods here. One is add player and player turn, nothing but the play turn. So I'll just go with the initially, this is easy, let's go with the add player method. So I'll just give here add player of let me pass the parameter player here. So let me delete this one as here and make this be small here. This is fine. So finally within this method, let me give here players. So we are pushing the individual players, right? So I'll just pass the player here. This is fine. We are adding the player here, right, by making use of the push function. So next, with the position as well. So we have set that one to the initially empty object, right? So I'll just give here positions within the array. Let me pass the player of a particular player, right? This one, let's set this one to 1 here initially. So let me format the document once. So let's come out of the this one add player method. Next, let's go with the play turn method. So this is simple. I'll just give here play turn. Let me give here player, and also let me make use of the dice roll parameter. These two parameters, one is player and the second one is dice roll. Let me set the current, nothing but the current variable. So I'll just set this one to the position of the player. So I'll just give here positions within the array. I'll just be giving player. So we have initialized the player to the empty array, if you remember. So here you can clearly see within the constructor, right? So within the array, I'll just be giving the player. So next, let me make use of the variable name next. I'll just give here current plus dice roll. So, right, this is fine. The next step is I'll just quickly write one condition. If next greater than size size into size, right? So I'll just make use of this keyword here, size into size. Then we will return something within the strings. I'll just make use of the template literals. Within the backticks, let me give here, let me pass player here stays at I'll just pass current here. So yeah, this is fine. So next, let's write one more condition. This is going to be simple actually. If we have made use of the board right here. So I'll just give here board. Next, if this is not equal to 0, then what I'll do, let's set the next to the nothing but board next within the array. So we are just checking for whether it is snake or the ladder here. So in this line again, I'm telling this is simple. Whatever I have written the this one if condition here. So whatever the condition I have written here. So basically we are checking for the snake or the ladder here, the line number 28, which is very important. So next, let's go with the position of the player. Let's set the position of the player, right? So I'll just give here position. So player within the array we have initialized. So I'll give the player within the array, and let me set this one to the next. This is simple. Finally, let's return next to size into size. So nothing but this dot size into this dot size here. I hope this is clear. If this one exists, let me make use of the ternary operator here. If next equals size into size, then let's display this player wins actually. the player who has reached the final cell, that he will win. If not, then we will write something, player moves to next this one, right? So we can write in this way. So I'll just make use of the template literals here. Let me make use of the backticks. So I'll just give here player wins if he moves to the last cell. So this is enough. Then if not, we have to move to the next move. Means the next player has to play, right? So I mean the player has to play the next move. So for that, I'll just be again within the template literals. So I'll just be making use of the template literals. Within the backticks, I'll just give here player itself. Player moves to next. I have considered right here. I'll just pass the next here. So this is simple. I hope this is clear. This is it basically. This is it for the problem that they have mentioned here, the question that they have given. This is the solution basically. Let's go with the this one, test case or the usage. I'll just quickly come here. Let me give here test case. So I'll consider the variable name game here. So let me give new snake and ladder. So within this one, let me give 10. So let me pass some numbers here, random numbers. I'll just give here 16,8 and let me pass 3,20 here. This is fine. And let me give here add player of let me give here Bharadwaj. You can give anything. In my case, I'll just give Bharadwaj here. And one more player, 2 players we need to have, right? So I'll just give here add player. Just give here Bharadwaj 2. Let me give here Bharadwaj 1 for this. And for this, I'll just give Bharadwaj 2. Next, we have to go with I'll do one thing. Let me quickly make use of the log here. I'll just log game.playTurn. Let me make use of the playTurn here. playTurn, this one, this method we are calling here, right? So playTurn, we have to pass the name as well as the move, right? So this one, any value within the 6, that is nothing but the dice, within the dice. So I'll just give here so I have given already Bharadwaj right here. So I would have considered Alice and Bob. Else I would have considered Alice and Bob. Usually I'll consider Alice and Bob for everything. So I'll just give here Bharadwaj 1. Let me pass some number within race. I'll just give here 4. So let me copy the same thing here. Instead of the Bharadwaj 1, let me give Bharadwaj 2 here. I'll just consider 6. So here we have to get the output Bharadwaj 1 moves and the Bharadwaj 2 moves, right? So let's see. I'll just format the document once. Let me hit the Ctrl J. So let me give here node. Let me come here. Sorry. Yeah. Let me copy this one. File name.js right here. So we are getting the error. What we are getting here? Cannot find module. So what did the name I gave here? Snake and ladder.js, right? So I just changed here, instead of the ampersand symbol I have given here, and this one I have just changed the name here. Let's try to run the code again. So still we are getting error here. What this is saying, line number 13, this dot board of start is not defined, line number 13. So yeah, start. So yeah, instead of a start, it has to something start static range, right? I'll just give here start. So let me clear this one and run the code again. So yeah, clearly you can see here Bharadwaj 1 moves to 5 and Bharadwaj 2 moves to 7, which is absolutely correct here, right? So we have given here 4 and 6 basically. Here we are setting this 4 and 6. So Bharadwaj 1 moves to 5 and Bharadwaj 2 moves to 7, which is absolutely correct in this case, right? So we have successfully designed snake and ladder game with the given specifications. So next, we'll try to design the exception class with singleton pattern, right? So we'll try to design the exception class with a singleton pattern. Let's try to solve that design problem, right? For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.